No, I thought that they played fast, and they should have played fast after a bye week. They should be fresh and ready to go. I thought we played fast. When you play fast, it's harder on the other team. If the other team is coming off a tough loss like they were, and they were probably, they played their rivalry game the last week against Colorado State. That's a very emotional thing. And they didn't win, obviously, and they probably came in. They probably came in a little down, and we were fresh and quick. So they had trouble blocking us.
Rocky, you guys have had struggles of late off of bye week, as I'm sure you know. What did you guys do different?
We practiced 1 day less. That's the only thing we did different. Usually we practice 3 days and give them a couple days off during the bye week. This year we practiced 2 days and gave them 4 days off. But that's the only reason. I went back and checked all those. If you want to know the truth, I can go back and tell you exactly what happened in every one of those games. One of them was TCU. They were ranked in the top 20. 2 of them were Oregon State. One was Fresno State with David Carr as their quarterback. I mean, you can go through every one of those. We lost once to Wyoming and once to Reno. That probably we shouldn't have after a bye week.
What do we see in the progression of Max right now? His first 5 games to the most recent 5 games.
No, I think our team's playing with confidence, and so is he. I mean, I think he feels much comfortable in our offense. I think he feels much more comfortable with the plays that are being called, that he understands what the plays are. He knows how to check out of those plays and get into a better play. He understands our passing game a lot better now, and obviously he's got people he likes to go to. I mean, those are all security blankets for a quarterback.
Remember having a quarterback that went 2 months without an interception?
No, I don't remember that. He almost had one tonight, though. He threw one right in coverage and they dropped it, so you have to, in order to have those kind of stats, you have to be lucky a little bit along the way too.
Rocky, what's it mean to be bowl eligible for the 6th straight year?
I think that makes us really, really happy. I mean, some people will downplay that, but I mean, if we get to go to a bowl game this year, and we probably should, since we've got 7 wins and we're bowl eligible, and there's a lot of bowls out there, we probably should, but we've been to more bowls than they have in the history of the school now, I think. If we go to one, I think that's more than the entire history of the program. That's kind of neat.
Offensively, Rocky, it seems like Micah's probably been the youngest of the guys to step up. Do you feel really good about what he's done?
Yeah, I think Micah is just starting to tap his potential. I think he's got a lot of potential to get much better than he is now. I mean, if you look at him, he's still kind of skinny, so he's going to get – he's probably 6'1.5". He adjusts to the ball well. He's got good hands. He's going to get bigger and stronger, and that'll probably make him a little bit faster, but now he can bang off of DBs and push off of DBs and all those sort of things, which he probably not quite strong enough to do some of that stuff yet, but he will be. Very good hands. He runs good routes, too. And I think good receivers and quarterbacks have eye contact, if that makes sense. If I'm going to throw you a fade, they look at each other, and then the receiver knows it's a back shoulder deal. I mean, they just kind of see the way each one's acting, and they kind of get a feel for one another.
When you face off against a running back like Hill, what goes into the game plan to try to limit his production?
I mean, we have things we can go to that make it hard to run, but that puts DBs in one-on-one coverage. If you want to, and I mean one-on-one coverage with no free safety back there too. That way you can get enough guys at the line of scrimmage. They can't block them all, so you ought to be able to slow down the running game. A lot of people do that against us. I thought, now you can go back, I thought the most critical play of the game was we were playing what you call zero coverage, which means there's no safeties back there and everybody's near the line of scrimmage. It means the DBs are one-on-one on wide receivers, and they max protected, and the quarterback had all kinds of time, and they did a triple move on DeMonte Casey, and it probably should have been a 50-yard completion. The guy threw it good. It was right on the money, and DeMonte got there just enough time to knock the ball out of his hands. I mean, you can look at plays, and I think that was the biggest momentum shift for our defense to play well, because now we have confidence we can play straight man coverage, and they know we can play straight man coverage, and now you got an advantage.
You mentioned Casey, he was guarding Malhart, which he targeted about 7-8 times in the game. How well do you think he played, considering that he did kept on with him as well?
Well, I thought that play was a great play, and he does a nice job of supporting the run. I don't think this was his best game by any means. I mean, you get kind of spoiled. After the game, he's walking up the ramp saying that's the worst game he's played. Well, guess what? I was around when he was learning his craft a couple years ago. That's not the worst game he's ever played. but he got the ball taken away from him on an interception, and I'm sure that's what he was talking about. I mean, he plays good every week. Now, he's had better games than he did tonight, but he plays good every week. Our corners play really good. It allows us to do a lot of things on defense most people can't do.
Anything else from Coach?
With how well your defense has been playing, and you said prior to the season that you want to have all of them on one page where they could eventually call the plays themselves. Are they close to that yet after how well they've been playing for the last?
Yeah, that's a good. The first team defense is very close to that, very close to it, and I'm never going to allow them to call the defenses. But when they come to the sidelines and they can tell you exactly what happened, and they can tell you the exact route they run, or a linebacker can say which kind of blocking scheme they ran. That's tremendous for them because they're actually seeing what's going on, but it also helps a coach because now he knows, because from the sidelines it's hard to tell how they're doing those things. That's why you guys have guys up in the press box because they can see it better, but they miss a lot of stuff too. And if players realize exactly what's happening to them, they can adjust the coverages or adjust the way they support the run because they know the blocking scheme. They also help a coach call defenses to take away those blocking schemes and that kind of stuff.
This race that's going on in the Mountain Division now, fascinating from your side of the fence to
Yeah, it's really fascinating. I was hoping San Jose would have beat Reno today, but they didn't. So we've got to continue to win our side of the deal and let them fight it out. I mean, I guess now it's New Mexico and Air Force have the best chance, right? That looks like it to me, right?
yeah, it's kind of hard to figure.
So that would be an interesting twist if we hosted New Mexico here for the conference championship game. That would be an interesting twist, would it not?